Everything is made up of very tiny bits of itself, closely packed together. Scientists tell us that these tiny bits are called atoms. An atom is the lowest unit of matter, which is made up of 3 subatomic particles: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Today we'll be discussing about these subatomic particles of the atom. We'll go through how electrons were discovered, how protons were discovered, how neutrons were discovered, and lastly, we will talk about how to calculate atomic number, mass number, and how to calculate neutron number. So let's begin. Scientists knew that gases don't conduct electricity at ordinary air pressures, but some changes were observed when pressure was reduced and high voltage or potential difference was added. Around 1897, a scientist named Sir J.J. Thomson showed that when a voltage of 5000 volts was applied across a glass tube that contains a gas at a very low pressure of about 0.000 atmospheric pressure, the glass tube began to glow. And when the voltage was increased to 15,000 volts, a bright green glow appeared on the glass. Sir Thomson proved that it was due to some kind of rays from the cathode that traveled in straight lines to the anode. He named the rays cathode rays. Why? Because they came from the cathode. Thomson found out that these particles were fundamental particles. That simply means they are present in all matter. That means my nose has these particles, my finger has this particle, and you have these particles. So he concluded that these particles were electrons. Electrons were just earlier proposed by other scientists, and Sir J.J. Thomson proved it. Now, as a side note, electrons are negatively charged. An atom is electrically neutral, which means that there must exist inside the atom enough positively charged component to balance the negative charge of the electrons. These positively charged particles are called protons. The presence of these positively charged particles in an atom had been first discovered by E. Goldstein in 1886 in an anode ray experiment. He performed a series of experiments and observed that when high voltage electricity passed through a cathode tube fitted with a perforated cathode containing gas at low pressure, a red ray was produced from the anode. These new rays he called canal rays, or positive rays, or anode rays. The red rays were in opposite direction to that of the green rays of electrons. Now, later in 1909, Rutherford discovered protons in his gold foil experiment. Okay, so to be clear, in 1886, Goldstein discovered the positive rays or anode rays in his anode ray experiment, and Rutherford in 1909 discovered protons in his gold foil experiment. Sir James Chadwick discovered neutrons in the year 1932. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1935 for this same discovery. In his experiment, Chadwick bombarded beryllium atoms with high energy alpha particles. He observed that some new particles were emitted which carry no charge, and the mass of this particle is the same as that of protons. A neutron is actually represented as small letter n, and its charge is 0, denoting that it is neutral. The number of protons in the nucleus of an atom is equal to the atomic number of the atom. Atomic number is represented by capital letter Z. So mathematically, it can be written as number of protons is equal to atomic number. For example, the atomic number of calcium atoms is 20, as the nucleus of the calcium atom contains 20 protons. The number of protons and neutrons present in an atom indicates the mass number of that atom. Mathematically, it can be written as mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. From the mass number formula, we can get the neutron number to be number of neutrons equal to mass number minus number of protons. I honestly congratulate you for coming thus far. It's been a pleasure talking to someone and not just a camera. If you have any questions, go down to the comment section and let me know. And I have a pretty question. Which video shall I produce next? I have no idea. I want you to tell me. So go down to the comment section and let me know. I don't need to tell you to subscribe. You know what to do. And I will see you later in the next video.